So let's start with Matt Gaetz. I'm not saying it's the last time we'll ever discuss Matt Gaetz, but it'll be the last time we discuss him probably this week, except tonight on two-way tonight at a special time, 5 Eastern. Tricia, what are the lessons, if any, for the Senate Trump relationship coming out of the basically Republican senators telling Donald Trump, sorry, he's not being confirmed? Is it a one-off because Matt Gaetz had special issues, or are there some lessons there for both sides?
Yeah, I think that they're flexing a little bit. They obviously have the power and they're not afraid to exercise it. But it wasn't just, right, the more moderate Republicans, the Collins, the Murkowskis of the world. It was, across the gamut, including in the Trump transition team, that voiced some concern. This was taking a massive amount of political capital for Donald Trump. It was taking a massive amount of the airwaves. I mean, it's all CNN has been talking about, but as well, there's probably one or two people who this isn't great for, and that's Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, and maybe RFK, because now the scrutiny is back on them. If you turn on, MSNBC, CNN, any of these mainstream news channels, we're back to looking at investigations on these guys. Are there lessons learned? I think it's going to take a second domino to really say that the moderate Republicans, the John Thunes of the world, are exercising their power here.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah, first off, I will just say I'll eat a little humble pie here. And I said it
Oh,
online.
wait, I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you. I meant to do that for all three of us. We all said Gates would make it. So, Dan, don't take the fall all by yourself. We all thought he was
I
gonna
will.
make it.
And I want to give a shout out if she's on here, Meghan McCain, who asked the three men if perhaps we were not taking the allegations, as not that we weren't taking them seriously, but we should take them more seriously, maybe. So Megan, kudos for your judgment. Look, I am shocked. I mean, I just did not think that the Trump folks would fold this easily. I think one lesson is the Senate didn't embarrass him. Like, nobody came out and said, I won't do this. It sounds like everything was being communicated behind the scenes, privately, and Trump heard them, which, kudos to him. He didn't dig in. He didn't pick a fight. He didn't burn more capital down. What I'm curious about now is the headlines in almost every single major publication, and he reads them all very closely, is this showed the limits to Trump's power. And I can't imagine he likes seeing that to end the week before he's even been sworn in, that he's lost a little bit here. And so when we think about Hegseth now, and perhaps the other four or the other three, I'm curious, because if one more goes down, that is a real flex. I mean, you are walking in a little wounded, because I thought that he was at his apex and he would set a precedent and roll the Senate pretty publicly, but I guess not.
Trisha, you want to respond
Yeah,
to that?
I was a little surprised by how quickly this happened. I mean, I was wish casting that this was kind of a grand gamemanship by Donald Trump using Matt Gaetz as the bargaining chip or the scalp to give to moderate Republicans. And in reality, I don't think that was what's going on. You don't last 8 days just to be a bargaining chip. I think that he really did see Matt Gaetz as a loyalist, as a firebrand, as somebody who is going to take the DOJ to task and clear house and be just solely loyal to him. So I do think we'll see what happens with these other four, but I have to agree with Dan. I don't think it's a good harbinger for Donald Trump, especially in the media, if one more person is not confirmed or drops out.
Yep. Excellent. I agree with what you all said. I will say Matt Gaetz is the opposite of Dick Durbin. There's always more going on there than there seems. And so, what his plan was all along. Was he fully forthcoming about the allegations that were about to be released? Did senators know things that they haven't said? What's he planned to do next? All that unknown. But I can say with a fairly high degree of confidence, both as a student of Matt Gaetz and also my spidey sense and some reporting, there's more here coming. Maybe, I don't know when it will be known, but there's more here to this story. But the basic outlines, I think you guys nailed perfectly in terms of the politics of it.